Hey there guys, it's DJ here from Reptiles for Centuries, and we're here at the December Expo here at Emperor's Palace. So there's some awesome vendors and some incredible animals. So let's go take a look at what they've got. Okay guys, so we're here at the December Expo. We're actually here with Rolf of Ultimate Exotics, and they've probably got the largest breeding facility in South Africa. A lot of variety and some awesome animals. So yeah, Rolf, tell us a bit about Ultimate Exotics and what you've got here today.
So our company is Ultimate Exotics Reptiles, and we specialize in breeding captive bred reptiles. We do a large range of different snakes and lizards. All different reptile species, from like bearded dragons. We do leopard geckos, African fat tails, ball pythons, colubrids. So that's what makes us, I think, unique, is that we do such a wide range of reptiles where other people will maybe specialize in one or two species.
Yeah, and I think you do also a lot of stuff with the indigenous animals, which has got some nice
really enjoy that as well. We've done a lot with the house snakes on the indigenous side, and then a few other species as well which we work with. But we like to do a bit of everything with reptiles.
Yeah, nice selection here. Bunch of awesome leopard geckos, corn snakes, house snakes, rat snakes, and some awesome ball pythons. Maybe one or two that I can steal from Rolf.
Okay, so we have a bunch of different colubrids that we have for sale here. This time of the year, our selection is a little bit lower as we're waiting for a lot of the babies to hatch. The eggs are still in the incubator. But you'll see we have some like beautiful Kenyan sand boas. I think they are highly underrated boa. Don't get very big. They make great pets, and they come in a nice variety of different colors. We have some king snakes. Only a few milk snakes left. Some really cool house snakes and house snake mutations. And then we also have some corn snakes as well, and the different mutations of the corns. And then what's really nice is some of these fat tail geckos as well. We've also been the first to produce some of the fat tail morphs in South Africa. So from the patternless to the whiteouts to the Oreos. Some really nice stuff coming through, and obviously a beautiful range of leopard geckos, incredible color.
So guys, we're here with John from the Snailery, and they've got an awesome product. They actually launched the first product here in South Africa of dried snails, and they launched a new product. So John, also give us a bit of background about your business and the company itself.
So Snailer itself was an interesting protein, and the importance of good food in your own diet. And we bought the Snailery specifically really for human food, not looking at the reptile markets. We were introduced to Mad Hatter Exotics. They kept on buying snails from us. We then looked at the reptile markets and produced a number of different products for them, starting really with the freeze-dried snails. If you take a live snail, they're quite messy. A lot of them die in terms of mortality if you want to keep them and you want to feed them to your reptiles. So we thought, well, we can freeze dry them. And we produced a freeze-dried tub, very light. All the nutrients are kept inside. You rehydrate, feed that to your snail.
Yeah.
Then what we found is that some of the smaller reptiles couldn't actually get their jaws over the snail itself. So we then powdered that and brought out a snail shake, 100% pure snail. No additives, no preservatives, freeze-dried, will pretty much keep indefinitely.
Yeah.
And has all the nutrients of the snail.
We're here with RZ from Mad Hatter Exotics, and they actually accomplished a huge achievement. They hatched out some of the first Savannah monitors in South Africa, which is really incredible. I remember myself as a kid also had one of these, so they're awesome animals. So RZ, just tell us, what have you experienced working with the Bosch monitors or Savannah monitors, and about the first clutch that hatched out?
Okay, so it was difficult. We were breeding them by accident, actually. We were having them outside in the garden, just getting some natural UVB. And the male just was interested in the female, and they bred. 5 months later, we had 14 babies. And it's amazing to work with these babies. I've experienced that they're much different than the wild caughts actually. They tame so much easier. We've been working with these babies since they hatched from the eggs, and it's just an amazing animal to work with.
Yeah, I must say, I think these are gonna, these are basically F1 or first captive bred generation. And I think with these babies, it's just gonna get much better in the future. And with the monitors in general, they've got so much personality and they're so great to work with. So it's a huge achievement. Congrats to you guys. And we hope for many more in the near future. And hopefully in the future, we can have F2 generation captive bred animals here. So, okay, guys, we're just going to walk around the expo. We're actually here with Reptile, and Reptile has got, well, probably the best racks here in South Africa. They've got an aluminium product, and they've got actually some awesome ball pythons as well. So I see here's an ultramall head clown, which is a great project for anyone that wants to go into the ultramall clown project. And of course, we've got a few blue-eyed leucistic animals, which are great first animals and also great animals just in general as pets. So some awesome animals. And then let me show you guys actually the rack here. You guys will see it's custom-made tubs with the built-in water balls, and then it's got the aluminium framing. And it's really easy because it's very compact. So if you want it shipped out to a further region from you, it's quite easy to assemble, and it comes flat packed. So it makes the shipping process a lot easier. So then here we've got some feeder crickets and mealworms. Some superworms here, and actually quite interesting. These are, I think, isopods, and these are quite cool because it's something I've not really seen, and it's great to have in live vivariums and live setups, which I think is going to be ideal for the future, because I think slowly but surely people are going more into live setups and live vivariums. So I think it will be awesome to incorporate these in the near future. Again, and here we've got some ball python stands. As you guys can see, here's some proven breeder females and males, a Corogo clown, which is quite interesting, leopard GHI Mojave. This is also a really nice combo, and I think if you actually incorporate this with lavender, ultramall, exantic, and even clown, it can really work well in the near future with certain projects. And then over here, as you guys can see, there's some more ball pythons here, top snakes. They've also got some incredible bearded dragons that they work with. And like I said, a large variety of ball pythons. So some really awesome animals there. And then guys, here we're at Reptile, and they do amazing work with supplying water balls and hides and a large variety of projects, as you guys can see us. And these are really cool, as you guys can see us. They've got a different look to them, and they're actually really smooth on the inside. So it will be easy to clean and really efficient for the near future if you want to incorporate it into your enclosures. And I mean, even they've got these ledges for the crested geckos and other boreal species. On this side, it looks like we've got some tarantulas, or tarantulas actually. So as you guys can see, they've got some display cases or some cages for the tarantulas as well. And which is actually quite interesting, you'll see they don't have actually physically the tarantulas out on the table. They've got pictures of the adults of the animals to give the guys a better picture of how they would look as fully grown spiders. And then this is actually quite interesting here. Here's some veiled chameleons, and look at how incredible these are. Such a beautiful animal. So that looks like a fully grown male. As you guys can see, the colors are way more predominant than some of the females. But I love these type of setups. The chameleons are awesome, and yeah, just great animals to keep as pets. Unfortunately, they are a bit harder to keep, so if you have them, make sure your setups are correct for them and perfect in terms of conditions, and also to make sure they've got the best setup. So here's actually quite awesome. This is for live setups. So if you want to start your own live vivarium or live cage setup, you can actually buy all of the plants and all of the different products that you need for the setup here. So it's really awesome. And like I said, I think in the near future, these type of setups are going to be very important. Okay, we're actually here with Arno, or Wim Arno, or Uncle Arno, as we know him. But they started a great organization, SA ARK. So today I just want to give Uncle Arno the opportunity to speak and just say a bit about SA ARK and what is actually the value that it will add to our reptile community in the near future.
Okay, so SA ARK, we're trying to base it similar on US ARK, which is a very successful organization. In the US, they influence legislation, they help people when there's trouble, they also intercept legislation that makes no sense. And that's basically what we're trying to do in South Africa. We want to get enough people together so that if we go to the authorities, at least we've got a proper voice. You know, if we say we're representing 3 people, that doesn't help. But if we say we're representing 300 people, then they're inclined to listen. So what we intend doing is in future, if there's legislation that needs to be changed, we'd like to be the drivers behind that and say, look, this is why we want this legislation, or this is why we don't want legislation. So it's not about us wanting to do whatever we want to. We want to do something which is responsible towards the hobby and towards the environment.
Thank you, Wim, and we really do appreciate everything yourself and Tani Heidi does for the whole reptile community in South Africa, and we're all backing you guys with this new venture, and all the best for the near future. So we're here with Clint, and Clint has been one of the OGs in the reptile industry, especially in South Africa. He has imported many of the first ball pythons, and especially the first blood pythons and in reptile boas. So yeah, Clint has actually got some new blood python projects here in South Africa. So yeah, Clint, if you can maybe just explain a bit about what you're doing currently with some of the projects.
Thanks, DJ. So yeah, at Royal Designer Reptiles, we've kind of focused now on our blood pythons, short-tailed pythons such as Borneo pythons, blackheads, wommers, and golems, and such sort. So today I do have a beautiful one here. These are some of the first available in the country of their genetic morphs. So these are your red blood pythons, which I imported parent stock back in 2010. And this is now Hex T positive tomato bomb, as well as matrix. So it's codom for the ivory gene. So basically you're going to get a pure red snake with a nice orange striping down the back, or yellow striping down the back. And I love the bloods because of their size, and the temperament, as you can see, is not as bad as people give them. These guys have been bred in captivity for quite a long time in the US, where I imported them from. So for generations they've been bred in captivity, so they're much more calm than most. But yeah, these guys will get quite a lot larger in terms of weight than a ball python, but in terms of size, not that much longer. It's like a ball python on steroids.
Yeah, and I must say, I mean, like you said, the temperament, as you guys can see, is it's actually quite good. Even like you said, they do docile out as adults. So awesome animals, and I really love the blood pythons. I think they're also really interesting, and you get some great variations with them. But yeah, keep up the great work, Clint, and we look forward to the visuals one day.
Yeah. We've got some tomato bombs that just laid eggs yesterday.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
Next year we'll have the tomato bombs available.
Yeah, so maybe at the May Expo, Clint can give us another update on some of the projects.
100%.
Thanks, Clint.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Have a great day.